It's day 2 after my surgery, after getting all of my teeth cut out. I'm recording this one just straight off my camera because it's going to be a long video. And I mean, if I decide to put it on TikTok, I'm going to have to break it up in so many pieces. But it will go on Facebook and it will go on YouTube. And then I'll reference it on my TikTok so people can go check it out. This is just something that I have to say because, okay, as hard as it is for me to say, and now that it's almost over, even though I won't have any teeth, I can't afford false teeth or anything like that. Just getting my teeth out, 42 years old, and ever since I can remember, my mouth has been the stuff that nightmares are made of. If all of you will remember back in the 70s, when kids like me couldn't have milk, I had a hiatal hernia and some stuff. I was lucky to be alive after my mom had me. That they made that soy-based formula. And that soy-based formula, at first, they didn't put the calcium and the whatever else they're supposed to put into it for your teeth and bones. And so, not only are my teeth messed up, but my bones are brittle, too. I mean, I have to be really careful or I'll break a bone really easy, fracture. But that is a long time to be embarrassed, to be in pain. And I know I am so far. I mean, I know there's people out there that, their stuff wasn't from the soy formula in the 70s, but you got to consider, too, that that was just the start of it. My baby teeth were brittle like crackers because of it. My child teeth. I mean, my grandparents spent so much money in my mouth just trying to keep it together. There was never any money for braces for the crookedness or anything like that. And I got picked on and made fun of so bad in school. Some of you remember. Some of you were there. I developed ulcers in the 4th grade from being picked on so bad. And most of it happened on, a lot of it, not most of it, because you got to consider that the teachers were involved too. I live in a small town, and well, I lived in a small town growing up. I live in a smaller one now. But if you in these small towns, if your family didn't come from money, and you weren't lucky enough to be the rich kids' neighbor or their friend, or somehow you knew them at church, if they weren't into you before school started in kindergarten, write it off. Unless they chose you after that. You might have had some cute pair of shoes when you moved to the town that made them notice you. I don't know. I know that whatever qualified you to get left alone, I couldn't accomplish it. I couldn't accomplish just making them leave me alone. And I'm telling you, I would have done anything to make them like me. And if any of you are on here, you know what? There's so much of me that wants to cuss you out. So much of me wants to say, you know what? I've been to prison twice now. Let's go outside. Let's go outside. Say it to me now. But that's the old me, That's the angry me. This me, you're going to have to deal with God. Because I did. I had to deal with God for my mistakes. And it's not over. We'll all have to sit in the seat of judgment. But the difference between me and you is I've repented already. And I know who some of you are. And you're still out there just dealing dirt every day. And I don't mean drugs. I mean whatever to any bully. It is not over. It is not over until Judgment Day, and you can laugh, and you can say, oh, you're just so delusional, God doesn't exist. Well, I'm telling you, He exists whether you believe in Him or not. And one thing that I have to pray about is I take enjoyment. I take enjoyment in knowing that you won't come to salvation before you die, so that you will have to go through way worse than what I did. And that makes God upset with me. And so I have to pray about that. I have to pray about that until I can come to a place where I can pray for you. Once I come to a place where I can pray for you, then I'll be better. And I'm working on it. But my mouth not being the stuff made of nightmares as the start. Because I'm hoping that maybe, once all the pain is over, then I can truly start to heal. And I don't just mean in my mouth. It's a means to an end, You can't no longer call me all those mean things because my teeth were messed up. You can't do that anymore. They're all gone. You can't. And you can't say anything about the way I look, period, because I am damn cute. I let y'all think, or I let y'all let me believe that, I believe that, my gosh, you would not believe the ugliest thing that I thought I was. You would just not believe it. But, if not to anyone else in the whole world, I am like a movie star to my husband. So, and he's the only one that matters. But like he said, baby, you can't have low self-esteem. Look how many people I have to go off on for hitting on you. And well, they're just doing that, and I believed that. I believed all that crap. So don't you believe it. I know that when so many people say something that, well, it has to be true. Well, it has to be true. Well, it has to be true. Look at all the people saying it. It has to be true. No, that's just a group of ignorant people. It's just a group of ignorant people that get off on making you feel bad about yourself. So if you are being I'm not even talking to the bullies. I'm talking to the people. Ow. Being bullied. If you are being bullied and you are allowing someone to make you feel bad, I know. Just stop and it all goes away. I know, but you gotta reach a place. You gotta reach a place where what they think doesn't matter. That's what I did, even with my bad crooked teeth. My husband, and, rotting teeth and stuff. My husband loved me so much, no matter what, and you gotta look at who matters. There are people out there that, and if you're one of them girls, especially, if you're one of them girls like me, to where, like, as long as your mouth was closed and you can take all those cute pictures, baby girl, you are cute. It's just teeth. It's just teeth. They can be bought new. I mean, I can't afford them, but they can be bought new, you know what I mean? And someday I'll be able to. I mean, I hope someday I'll be able to, but it's just teeth. And there's so many men out there, or women, whatever you're into, that they're gonna think you're so beautiful even with those teeth. And they're gonna love you. And it's not gonna be because of this or because of that. It's gonna be because of the cute way your nose crinkles when you laugh. It's gonna be the way when something stinks, you put your hand in front of your nose. It's the silly things like that that the guys that really love us, the people, I keep saying guys, I'm so sorry, I'm straight. Um, the the people that really love us, whether it be men or women, it's those things that they see. That's what they see. They see the tiny little things, your giggle, the way that you jump straight up in the air if you see a snake. You know what I mean? I'm just thinking of things that somebody had said to me. I'm just saying that you think that everybody is looking at that one ugly part of you that you can't stand, whether it's your weight, whether it's your teeth, whether it's a scar. But those things just make you who you are. You know? It's not, I wasn't my teeth. Yeah, I'm glad they're gone, but my whole self wasn't about my teeth. They made it about my teeth, and I allowed them to let me make it about my teeth. So, you just gotta come to a place I didn't even recognize her. I had moved away from my small town, for about 3 years. And then I came, well, no, yeah, 3, 4 years. And then I came back, and I was at the smoke shop getting some cigarettes, and she rolled up on the bike, and I'm like, and she come over and can I get a cigarette? I said, bitch, I know you ain't talking to me. Sorry, I didn't mean to cuss. And my husband's grabbing my arm because he already knew who it was, you know what I mean? Because in my head, I was, let it go, let it go. I will not seek revenge. I will not seek revenge. But if it walks right up on me, we fixing to go out in the yard. You know what I mean? But my husband's like, no, just let it go. You're the bigger person. You're the bigger person, babe. Just let it go. You're the bigger person. And I said, you're going to tell me you don't know who I am? I was so mad and ready to fight. And my husband's like, if you love me, you will put the car in reverse and go. You're bigger than this, Becky. You've come too far to let some little dope, mean word he said, drag you back down to their level. What is God is right here watching you. You're trying to be a better person for God, Becky. Do that. So there's a lot of people that call me a hypocrite, and you can call me a hypocrite. I didn't get all jacked up in a day, and I'm not going to be an apostle in a day. You know what I mean? It takes time. You don't wash yourself up to go to church. You go to church and let God cleanse you. So there are things I struggle with. I struggle with anger. I struggle with resentment. Something, wait till the summertime and go see them in their town. Work it out with y'all's parents and then go see them in their town. Then you'll see. Then you will see. They don't know those people. My ex-husband, the only reason I stayed with him as long as I did is because he thought I was pretty. I got with him when I was 14 years old. He had moved to my school. Married him at 15. He moved to my school from St. Louis. He talked different. He walked different. Oh, he was so cute. And that's back, I don't know if you guys remember, but that's back when they would wear the bib. I'm a bibs freak. I love bibs. You see me in bibs all the time. And the one where they would let one strap hang. And yeah, I know, it was so stupid. But, and then when because all the preps and everybody had accepted him when he come in. And then when he decided he liked me after he broke up with his other girlfriend like a year later. And they were, oh no, you can't like her. Oh, she's a dog. She's gross. She's ugly. You can't like her. I know you didn't know because you're from St. Louis. And he's like, I've been in her house for like a week, and where do you see ugly? And like, because he genuinely didn't know what they meant. You know what I'm saying? And that was, so much. I let that man beat and torture me for 2.5 years. I had a wonderful son with him. But, yeah, I let that man beat and torture me for 2.5 years. Torture me like he was trying to get money, okay? It's what they do to extract information, and he wasn't even mad. He wasn't even mad. That's just the best thing. Like, if he was mad, he'd just punch me in the face or slap me in the face or, whatever, bounce my head off something. But when he was having fun, cut cords off, like a lamp cord, fan cord or something, cut a cord off, shock me with it. Slap a wasp and sting the shit out of me with it repeatedly. I don't know if y'all know this, but a wasp ain't like a bee. A bee stings you, and the stinger goes in you, and that's it. Bee dies. Wasp, even after you kill that sucker, next time you swat one, look real close, you'll see a stinger just steadily goes in and out. And that man held me down and stung the crap out of me. Busted me in the face with soda cans. At George Winters Park, I don't know if any of y'all are familiar with it. It's somewhere in St. Louis. I don't know, like, places up there. Just where he took me. Anyway, and it's just like, I think it's this big cove off the Merrimack. It looked more like a lake, but then people would come in like these big boats that weren't there before. So I think it's like a cove off the Merrimack, but I'm not 100%. Anyway, they had this was in the 90s, and they had this big old floating dock out there where, like, you could swim out or whatever, jump off, dive off, whatever, and it was over my head, and I couldn't swim. I didn't learn how to swim until my son learned how to swim, and I had to learn how to rescue his ass. But, he had pushed me off. We were out there with his friends. He had pushed me off and was sitting there holding his foot on my head, just keeping my head barely under the water. And then every now and then he'd let me come up and choke for air, and he's laughing his fool head off. It was hilarious to him. The sadistic prick thought it was hilarious. He wasn't even mad. That's what he was doing for fun. Until his best friend, I won't say his name. Anyway, until his best friend said, "What are you doing, dude?" And, reached in and, made him stop, reached in and pulled me up out of the water and made sure I could breathe again. But yeah, so don't ever put up with abuse because somebody thinks you're funny or that somebody thinks you're pretty. Don't do it, because it caused PTSD that I still suffer with. So many decisions you make. I better cut this video off. I'm almost at 20 minutes. So many decisions you make affect the rest of your life. Be careful. Don't ever choose a permanent, I always tell my kids this, especially when it comes to drugs and stuff. Don't ever choose a permanent solution to a temporary problem. It makes the problem permanent. Love you guys. Gosh, I'm really still swollen. Really bad. Anyway, I'm going to get off here before this thing reaches too long where I can't post it.